I would never do that. Let's see. No, I wouldn't. I would never kill him. But I do hate him, and some of them are such lying, disgusting people. It's true. It's true. I'll tell you what. I think the media is among the most dishonest groups of people I've ever met. They're terrible. The New York Times, which is losing a fortune, which is a failing newspaper, which probably won't be around that much longer, but probably somebody will buy it as a trophy, keep it going for a little longer. But I think the New York Times is one of the most dishonest media outlets I've ever seen in my life. The worst.
And on Tuesday, Donald Trump mocked Kovaleski, and by every reasonable analysis of the video, it seemed like Trump was motioning and mimicking Kovaleski's disability. Written by a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. Oh, I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He's going like, I don't remember. Oh, maybe that's what I said. This was 14 years ago. They didn't do a retraction.
That reporter he is talking about is Serge Kovaleski, who now works for the New York Times. As you can see right there, he suffers from a chronic condition that impairs movement of his arms. A Times spokesman says they find it outrageous that Trump would ridicule the man's appearance.
Since you're attacking us, can you give us a question?
Go ahead.
No, Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
President-elect,
Go ahead.
Since you are attacking
No,
our news
not you.
organization,
Not you.
can you give us a chance?
Your organization
You
is
are attacking
terrible.
our news organization.
Your organization
Can you give us a
is
chance
terrible.
to ask a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can
Quiet.
you state,
Quiet.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
Can you state
She's asking a
categorically,
question.
Mr.
Don't be rude.
President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can
No,
you
I'm
give
not
us a
going to give you a
question?
question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically that nobody... No, Mr. President-elect, that's not
Go ahead.
appropriate.
As recently as yesterday evening, your party was defending Mr. Gagne's actions, saying essentially that he played by the rules. This morning...
Hey, guys. Hey, we have respect for journalists in this country. They ask tough questions and they're supposed to. Okay? Sorry. Go ahead, Omar.
Excuse me, sit down. You weren't called. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Go ahead. No, you don't. You haven't been called. Go back to Univision. Go ahead.
You cannot deport 11 million.
Go ahead.
You cannot deport 11 million people. You cannot build a 1900 wall. You cannot deny citizenship to children in this
Sit down, please. You weren't called.
I'm a reporter and don't touch me, sir. Don't touch
Go.
me, sir. You cannot touch me. I have the right to ask a question. I have the right to ask a question.
Yes, go ahead.
That's Jorge Ramos
Hi,
of
Jim,
Univision.
yes.
He's being escorted out of the room.
It's not about you.
It's not about...
Get out of my country. Get out.
This is
not about you.
I'm a U.S. citizen, too.
Well, whatever. No, Univision, no. It's not about you.
It's not about you. It's about the United States.
It is very clear with his body language that he was giving orders. And I did wait for my turn. You know how it is in those press conferences. Two reporters before me asked a question. And then I said, I have a question on immigration. He didn't say anything. I stood up. I started my question. He didn't like my question. And when he didn't like my question, then he motioned so the one security guard would come where I was. And then...
I'm going to open up our libel laws so when they write purposely negative and horrible and false articles, we can sue them and win lots of money. We're going to open up those libel laws so that when the New York Times writes a hit piece, which is a total disgrace, or when the Washington Post, which is there for other reasons, writes a hit piece, we can sue them and win money instead of having no chance of winning because they're totally protected. You see, with me, they're not protected because I'm not like other people, but I'm not taking money. I'm not taking their money. So we're going to open up those libel laws, folks, and we're going to have people sue you like you never got sued before.